Hello, welcome to the Illinois Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. Just a few quick housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your cameras and microphones are off, so the panelists can't see or hear you. There are other sessions happening. Be sure to sign up for more at the same place you signed up for this one. This presentation is being recorded. It'll be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Illinois. Now, the idea of this format is that it is a 6x6, 6 schools presenting for 6 minutes each. You cannot learn everything there is to know about a school in 6 minutes. These are like little appetizers you get to make you want the full meal. So if any school that you're interested in from this presentation, obviously you can follow up to get more, and they'll have other events and that sort of thing that I'm sure they'll talk about. All right, I've gotten the housekeeping stuff out of the way, so I will get out of the way and turn it over to why you're here. All the presentations. And the first school to present will be Blackburn College.
All right, can you see my screen?
Yep.
All right, wonderful. So we are Blackburn College. We are located in Carlinville, Illinois, which is in the central western part of Illinois, about an hour north of St. Louis, Missouri. We average around 550 students on campus at any given time. So our class size do reflect that, where we do have an average of 13 students in our classes. So you're really getting that one-on-one kind of mentoring that you look for in different schools. So we do sit on an 80-acre campus, 40 of which are athletic facilities and 40 of which are academic facilities. And you're really able to get to know the people in your classes, your work program, job, and in the athletics that you participate in here at Blackburn. We do offer over 40 areas of study, anywhere from the arts to the natural sciences, to all the way down to history, leadership, as well as music theater, psychology. So we also have 30 minors to pair with that as well. We are a liberal arts institution here at Blackburn, so you're going to take a variety of general education requirements here on campus. So you have 2 years to actually decide what you're going to major in, and then we ask that you go ahead and declare your major and your minor if you are looking to take a minor your junior year. We do require either a minor or 2 years of Spanish here, as we are a school that offers Bachelor's of Arts degrees. So as you're looking through that, just kind of keep that in mind as well. Our most unique feature here at Blackburn is that we are one of 8 schools in the United States that have a federally recognized work program. We are actually the only one of those 8 that have students leading our work program. So what that means is that you're actually working with students here on campus. Their students are your supervisors. You're working with those students in your shifts under those students. So you're really getting the experience of meeting those people in your cohort that you are also helping here at the institution. You do receive a $5,000 tuition credit in return for your work here on campus. That goes directly to your tuition, so it doesn't come in the form of a check, but comes out directly at the beginning of your semester. But the work program really allows you to gain the experience that you need to walk out into the world as a professional. It allows you to gain that mentorship, gain the resume experience before you even step foot into the real world. We do have a 98% placement rate within 6 months of graduation, either within a job or at a graduate school. So your dreams align very closely with our work program, and we're able to help you get there. Because of our small school size, we are able to have that mentorship program as well as not only with your professors, but those who you're working with too. So that way you can be the best person that you can be when you leave the institution. We do have 6 residence halls on campus. So 1 is all female, 1 is all male, and 4 are co-ed, split by floor or wing. We also have 2 of those dorms that are unair conditioned. So you have a variety of different options. Each hall has its own character characteristics with it. So one of them is the quiet hall. One of them is more for social people. One, a lot of our athletes stay in. So you have a variety of different places that you can live here on campus that aligns with you as an individual. We also have multiple clubs and organizations, including Student Senate, the Burnian, which is the oldest college-run newspaper in the state of Illinois, and our CAB, so our Campus Activities Board, that makes sure that you are not bored here on campus at any point in time. They also facilitate a lot of trips, both down to St. Louis and to Springfield, Illinois, where you go to Cardinals games, a lot of Blues games. They facilitate trips outside to the orchard that's here in the area. So you have a lot of different options both on and off campus to participate here at Blackburn. We are an NCAA Division III institution. So unfortunately, we can't offer any athletic scholarships is what that means. But we do have 13 different teams here on campus. And our men's basketball team actually just won the SLEAC conference championship this past weekend. So go basketball team. We also have a variety of ways for our students to be involved in the arts here at Blackburn. So whether your strength is in your singing, so in your voice, whether that's in acting, or whether you can paint, draw, be a graphic artist, we have a variety of ways that our students can get involved. We have multiple plays and musicals that go on each year, some of them directed by our professors here at the college, some of them directed by our students. And we also have a very unique theater opportunity where in the summer repertory theater, our students actually get to work with those in the community. We are a private four-year institution, but we do have the lowest cost with the work program tuition credit. So really you're looking at a $29,000 fee for a year here at Blackburn. That does include all costs except for books. So you're not going to have additional fees added on top. We do offer several grants and scholarships as well here at Blackburn. They are based on merit, but we always encourage you to fill out the FAFSA to find out more information about what you would qualify for. If you're interested in visiting, visit that link there. And if you're interested in applying, we look for a 2.5 GPA, the top 50% of the class. We are not we are not a school that requires test scores, and you can apply there. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at one of these links below.
Thank you very much. And I will remind all of our attendees, you can use the Q&A button to ask questions of our presenters at any time. And if you have a question for a specific school, just name the school in your question so they know it's for them. Up next, we will hear from the representatives from Universal Technical Institute.
Thank you. I'm Derek Kiefer with Universal Technical Institute. We are a true technical college. You don't have to take the general ed classes like the philosophy, speech, and creative writing. Every auto class you take is an auto class. Every diesel class you take is a diesel course in your field of study. We start every month all year round, and we graduate students all year round. So you're not competing against thousands of people for the same jobs. Right now, we're helping seniors with their applications. We have special events starting next month for juniors that they can start touring our facilities and so forth. We have campuses all over the United States. We're not a small school. We're the largest school system in the country that trains just for the transportation industry. We've just announced that we're building a campus in San Antonio, Miami. We have some other campus in Michigan starting in about 9 months from now. But our closest campus is in Lisle. That's a primary student for the Chicagoland area. We are a magnet school. Around 9 surrounding states come to the Chicago, Illinois campus. We're in Lisle, right before Naperville in the suburbs. Like I said, we train for boats, motorcycles, mostly transportation, trucks, cars, collision repair, welding, and CNC machining. Because we've been training for over 55 years all over the country, we've established national hiring and training contracts with some major organizations like Ford. Ford's written curriculum just for our school system. We're the only Porsche training in North America at the college level. 30% of all the Mercedes-Benz technicians in America are graduates from our program. We are the exclusive training partner for Mercedes-Benz in North America. We've been training BMW since 1995, Toyota, Lexus, has written curriculum for our school system as well. We do all of Peterbilt dealer training, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Alfa Romeo. We do domestic, European, and Japanese types of cars. Basically, our campuses are all over the United States, like I said. It's a great organization. You take one class at a time. You pass the class, you move on to the next class, and it's on a building block formation. It's all done towards the ASE certifications, the industry standards. In fact, our training counts towards one of the 2-year work requirements. And then you'd stay for 3 additional months after our core program, and you would go into our Mercedes or BMW or Porsche or Ford or GM training. So our program is just going to be over a year long, or about 1 year, and you're done with college. Our average automotive graduates are going to start around $35,000 a year. Our diesel graduates, 42 to 60,000, depending on how busy the shop or where you're looking at going into. Half the shops are union, half are non-union. You can pick which type of shop that you want to go in or work for. Our closest campus in Lisle is 187,000 square foot, $36 million facility. We have about 900 students on campus at a time. Throughout all the United States, we have over 16,000 technicians, over 220,000 graduates. We have about 4 out of 5 of our students get jobs in their field after study. We have about a 75% graduation rate. We are a school of excellence through our accreditation body, the ACCSC, and we are an official STEM college. So everything's going to be project-based learning. We have a blended learning where we introduce you to the material for 2 to 2.5 hours a day online to learn the information. And then we are in lab Monday through Friday, 3 hours a day. So it is in-person training. Just about all of our training at the school will be labs, and that's where you'll take your tests. And each class is 3 weeks long. So you pass a class, move on to the next class. And like I said, it's all on a building block formation. If you want more information about our local events, I'm going to put a QR code, and I know you're going to be able to put your information on StriveScan here. We have open houses every 2 months, so you can do virtual tours and see these things. We've got an event over at Motorworks in Barrington coming up next week. We've got one with Ziegler BMW in Orland Park on May 13th at 10 a.m. You can get information at our website, uti.edu. I'll also share that screen so you can see the information. This is my personal information. Sometimes it's easiest if you go right to myself. I'm the representative for most of the people that are on the call or in the Chicagoland area. Feel free to shoot me a text, give me a call, or scan this, and we'll be able to get you more information regarding our programs that are most suited for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And again, I'll reiterate, questions can be asked at any time. Use the Q&A button to do that. Also pay attention to the chat. You might get information from the representatives sent to you that way. Up next, we will hear from the University of Missouri, St. Louis.
Awesome. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Thank you all for joining us today. Welcome to the University of Missouri, St. Louis. My name is David Wood. I am one of the admissions reps. I primarily recruit in the St. Louis area and the Illinois area as well. So anybody in the Chicago and Illinois area, definitely you will be in contact with myself and a few of our other admissions reps as well. Just a few things about our university. We are located just a few minutes right outside the downtown area. We are a young university of the Missouri system, the younger brother or sister to Mizzou. Founded in 1963, we are the largest public school in the St. Louis area, sitting on about 470 acres of beautiful land. We used to be a golf course, so very beautiful campus, very nice atmosphere and environment for you to be in. Very manageable classroom sizes, 19-to-1 student faculty ratio. So really great when trying to interact with your professors, your peers, and things like that. Our student profile on campus, students are average coming in with about a 3.36. and having about a 24 ACT. All right. 27% of our students are classified as underrepresented or are minority students. So we have a lot of diversity here on campus. We have students from all over the world, 78 different countries represented on our campus. And it's definitely reflected in our city as well when it comes to activities and things to do as well. Our points of pride in some of our most popular programs is our criminology and criminal justice. Then we also have our business programs as well. Then you can move on to our guaranteed nursing track, starting at a 3.0 GPA and a 24 on your ACT. You can get that guaranteed seat in your nursing program. Some other prominent programs that we have are going to be our joint engineering program with Washington University. So that's a wonderful program. You kind of get the best of both worlds with Washington University as well as UMSL. Our honors college, wonderful place to be a part of. Scholarship opportunity is available. This is really important because there are smaller classroom sizes as well. 13-to-1 classroom sizes if you're looking for that more liberal arts style of learning, that more discussion-based and writing-based kind of environment. In terms of living on campus, you do not have to share a room anywhere on our campus, so that is wonderful as well. You have our 4-bedroom suites for our freshmen and sophomore, and those are fairly new and state-of-the-art facilities. So where our primarily freshmen and sophomore live, kind of in that community, okay? Our other option is going to be our apartments on campus. Our apartments are for anyone who is 18 years and older. And so those come in 1, 2, and 4 bedrooms, gated community, pool there as well. So you have 2 pools. You have 1 pool in our Oak Hall. You have another pool in our apartments. And then moving over into our North Campus, you have our rec center that overlooks our North academic buildings, recreation center, another state-of-the-art facility with rock climbing walls, pools, yoga studios, kickboxing rooms, different things like that. Wonderful way to stay active. We are Division II in athletics. We are in the Great Valley Lakes Conference. We just added men's and women's indoor and outdoor track and field. So that is wonderful. We are pleased to have that. We also have basketball, soccer, baseball, volleyball, tennis, golf, as well as swimming. So definitely a lot of opportunity for you to come over in our athletics. As far as St. Louis, wonderful things to take a part of course, our St. Louis Blues and our St. Louis Cardinals, wonderful activities to do while we are in season. Again, different cultures represented in our city, a lot of free things to do, a lot of wonderful things to do with your friends throughout the city, and definitely with fairs, concerts, different things like that. So very cultural city when it comes to things to do off campus as well. In order to get into UMSL, our application is free right now. So you just need to find your GPA, and that will determine what test score you need. So whatever your GPA is, that will determine your test score. 3.2, you're sitting at about a 10, 20, or a 20 on your ACT, okay? For students who are not taking the ACT or SAT, we are test optional. So as long as you have a 3.0 GPA, as well as a personal statement, you will be able to be a part of that as well, all right? And these are our ACT and SAT codes. Make sure you all have those. Those can also be found online. In terms of tuition, looking at about $11,000 to live off campus. If you want to live on campus, you're looking around the $19,000 to $20,000. All right, we do have our merit scholarships, which are 4-year scholarships that are renewable every single year, starting at a 3.0 GPA and a 24 on your ACT. These are stackable among other scholarships as well. And I want to thank you all for joining me today. Definitely check out the University of Missouri St. Louis on our website at umsl.edu. Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you. And questions can be asked using the Q&A button. You can do that at any time. If it's for a specific school, name the school in your question. Up next, we will hear from Western Illinois University.
All righty, thank you so much. Hopefully everyone can see my screen all right. My name is Kate Romanaggi. I'm an admissions counselor here at Western. I'm going to go ahead and start off with some fast facts about Western Illinois University. So first off, you'll see that we have 2 different campuses at Western. We have one in Macomb and one in the Quad Cities. I'll touch more on those here in just a minute. You'll see that our total enrollment is about 7,600 students. I like to think of this size as kind of the Goldilocks size, where it's not too big, it's not too small, it's just right. It's kind of that perfect size in terms of a school. It's big enough that we have the resources of a larger school, but then small enough that we have those nice small class sizes where you'll see our average class size is just about 18 students. You'll also note that we have over 60 different academic programs you can choose from as a major or a minor, which is really nice if you are coming in undecided. And we do have a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio, which really just means for every 13 students on campus, we have at least 1 faculty member. You'll also see that 96% of our classes are taught by full-time faculty. So we have experienced professors who are out in the field looking out for you to get that job after college. So a little bit about those 2 different campuses that we offer. Down here on the bottom, you'll see our Macomb campus, and up here on the top, you'll see our Quad Cities campus. Our Macomb campus down there on the bottom is kind of our larger residential campus. It is our main campus. So it's where we have our football field, all of our residence halls, all that good stuff. Macomb itself is going to be a smaller college town, but has all the fun things to offer in terms of outdoors, as well as things like bowling alleys, movie theater, restaurants, shops, all that good stuff. You'll see it here on the map. Right down here is our Macomb campus. So just about 4 hours from the Chicagoland area, not too far from Quincy, not too far from Peoria. Right up here, you'll see our Quad Cities campus. This is in Moline, Illinois. This campus is geared a little more towards commuter students, as we don't have residence halls on this campus, and it offers a selection of the same majors as our main Macomb campus. Speaking of majors, I'll go ahead and talk about some of our signature programs. So these are programs that we do really well at Western and that we're really known for. One thing to note is we don't require you to have your major figured out as an incoming freshman. So if you're a little bit undecided, that's totally okay. The main thing about Western academics is we're really committed to those hands-on experiences, those small class sizes, and our committed and experienced faculty. So some examples of those hands-on experiences. Our agriculture students have access to a student-run farm just about a mile off campus, and it's one of the largest student-run farms in the country. Our biology students have access to our Kibble Life Sciences facility, which is, again, for our biology students. It's actually along the Mississippi River, so it allows students to immerse themselves in research in that natural habitat, which is a really cool experience. As for our forensic chemistry and our law enforcement and justice administration students, we actually have a crime lab on campus. So students can actually go into that crime lab, analyze fingerprints, analyze DNA, really cool things like that. They've been known to recreate crime scenes as well. Our theater students get to manage almost everything about the production. They bring in ideas for plays, they bring in the designs, they direct, they do everything, including costumes, set, electric shop. So really cool if you're interested in doing theater while in college. Our nursing students get to practice on animatronic simulation dummies. So these are dummies that are actually going to bleed, vomit, talk, and that's before they move on to clinical rotations where they go out into the field and work at schools, nursing homes, hospitals, all that good stuff. Our recreation, park, and tourism administration students have required internships that they're known to complete at national parks, state parks, minor league baseball teams, for Disney, for cruise ships, for park districts, lots of cool options there. And finally, I'll mention our sports broadcasting program. We're really well known for this program. If you've ever wanted to be streamed live on ESPN3, that's an opportunity these students have. They actually take this van down to our football games or our basketball games, and then again get to kind of go through the game as they're streamed live on TV. So really cool options. All of these opportunities and internships help our students get real life experiences and prepare for a job after college. Again, if you're undecided, that is totally okay. You can always work with our academic advisor and our career center to help figure out what you might be interested in doing. A little bit about our application process. We try to make this really easy for you guys. All you need to apply is your high school transcript. This is our criteria for any seniors in the crowd for this upcoming fall, and for any juniors, this is also our criteria for next fall. So you'll see here that if you have a 2.75 GPA or higher, you are automatically going to be admitted to Western. So super easy, just submit that transcript, you are good to go. If you fall between a 2.0 and a 2.74, we're likely going to request some additional materials. So that might look like a letter of recommendation and or a personal statement. That personal statement might talk about your academic goals, your experiences, your study habits, anything like that from high school. I'll mention that we are and will continue to be test optional. So if you've taken the SAT or the ACT, you are welcome to send those scores, but we do not require them for admission. Lastly, scholarships is of course important to touch on. We know paying for college can be a burden, so we want to be able to help out with that. You'll see we have a $3,000 to $8,000 academic scholarship right here. This is our Western commitment. This is automatic based on GPA. You're going to be earning $3,000 to $8,000 a year. We have location-based scholarships for our students from the St. Louis or Chicago area. We have a visitor scholarship for students who visit campus, and that can be a virtual or in-person visit. And we also have a scholarship for students who have parents or grandparents that have attended Western. Lastly, I just invite you to connect with us. Here's our Instagram, WIU Admissions, our admissions email, as well as our ambassadors Instagram. If you want to see a current student take over, this is an awesome thing to look at. We've got current students taking over this Instagram every week. Thank you all so much, and feel free to drop those questions in the chat.
Thank you very much. And I'll repeat that. Use the Q&A to ask questions. Feel free to do that at any point. Up next, we will hear from the representative from Quincy University.
Hi, everybody. I'm excited to be here. Let me go ahead and get my screen shared. Okay, share screen. And let's get this PowerPoint started. All right, like I said, I'm very excited to be here and tell you a little bit about Quincy and Quincy University. WIU, Kate, she just mentioned us a little bit, so thank you for the shout out. Yeah, my name is Brianna Rivera. Unfortunately, the director of admissions, she was going to be on today, but she just had her baby, so I'm going to be kind of taking over. And if you have any questions at the end, if I didn't cover something, go ahead and just drop them in the chat, or I'll go ahead and drop my information down there too. Okay, so we know when you're going to college, you're going to have to be in love with the city. Well, for most students, that's true, as well as the university itself. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Quincy first. So for those of you who don't know where we're located, we're basically about 2 hours northeast of St. Louis. You can kind of see on the map there, we're way down south, about 4.5 hours from Chicago. A little over 40,000 people, and you can see our beautiful riverfront there. So a lot of scenic parks happening, over 80 restaurants, and over 125 corporations, which is important to note because our city and our school have a very close connection with each other, and we always have more internships available than we do students. And a lot of these are paid internships, which means as well as you getting hands-on experience within the Quincy, Illinois area, you're also going to get paid, which is definitely not a bad thing. So as you can see, one of our favorite events on campus is the Hot Balloon Night, which is basically during our homecoming week. So that's something that a lot of people will come from the tri-state area to come see during our homecoming week. But that's a little bit about Quincy. So, we have over 30 city parks, which is really great. But I really think the thing to hone in on here is that our relationship with our city is very strong, and our students are going to leave QU with that hands-on experience, no matter what major you're in. So that's always very nice. And this coincides with our Success by Design promise. So Success by Design was created a few years ago by our current president, who's doing an absolutely amazing job, Dr. McGee. And this Success by Design policy, we've added in not only academic advisors, we've had those, of course, beforehand, but we've added in student success coaches, which every student will be assigned to one, and the student success coach helps them with just about everything else besides setting up their classes like academic advisors do. So they help you if you want to maybe study abroad and where to fit that in your 4 years. What do you want to accomplish in your 4 years, or what do you want to accomplish after your 4 years? They're here to basically listen to all of that, to help you with research, to help you with internships, to help you get prepared for internships. But also, we are a liberal arts university, and we also are a private Catholic university. So whether you're Catholic or not, you can always go to, we do have Franciscan friars that are on campus that even if you are Catholic or not Catholic, they're here to kind of help guide you in your life, you know, spiritual or in other ways. So it's nice that we can offer that to our students as well. And then also, basically with the Success by Design promise too, is that we want to get you in and out in 4 years. And this plan is developed to help you do so. So kind of moving on from there, an important thing to note is the all-inclusive tuition. So our tuition, which you can go ahead and check it out on our website, everything's on quincy.edu. But the important part is that textbooks are included, which is not usually at every single university, but it's nice that we have started offering that because we do know that college can be extremely expensive and paying for books is not always very fun every semester. There's no student activity fees, as always. We do not require any parking fees. And as a freshman, you can keep your car on campus. But like WIU actually mentioned right before me, we do have an Amtrak station. So if you're from the Chicago area, it stops along Naperville, LaGrange, the middle of downtown. Plano, I think, is another stop on that route. So you do have that option if you don't want to take your car on campus. There's no technology fees, no facility fees, and no fees for getting any tutoring done. One-on-one tutoring, specific, you know, major or class tutoring, that's all going to be free. So you can literally get on campus and be ready to go. All right, another great thing that we have started offering as well is a free business fundamentals certificate for all of our majors. So I know there are a lot of students who maybe want to major in art and they want, or maybe they want to major in music or something that's not really, you know, off of the beaten path. So these business fundamentals, oh, if I can talk, certificate for all majors basically offers you that experience on your resume, and this is free for any major. You can have this at no extra charge, and then you will graduate with 2 credentials. So your music degree or your art degree plus a professional certificate in business fundamentals. So it gives you that experience, a little business background. So if you wanted to open up your own shop or whatever it is, you can do so and you have the credentials to prove it. So keep that in mind too when you're looking at QU. With our academics, we have 40+ programs, and some of these programs listed here are very popular. We have nursing with a sim center, we have pre-med, a cadaver lab, computer science, communication, which is a $500,000 TV studio, and a pre-law with a mock trial courtroom. And we also have aviation, which is a very unique academic program that we have. Now to kind of move on, here are some of the scholarship opportunities. If you want to take a screenshot of this, we have academic scholarships all the way up to $25,000, a visit scholarship as well. But to wrap everything all up in a nutshell, this is the main email. Contact us there, and then I'll drop my phone number and my email address at the end. So thank you very much for having us, and you guys have a great day.
Thank you very much. And again, Brianna mentioned the chat, and I will mention it as well. That's where representatives are sending you information, links, and different things you can follow and contact information. So make sure you check that out. And if you have questions, of course, use the Q&A for any of our representatives. Up next, we will hear from Loyola University, Chicago.
Yes, you will. Okay, let's do this. Welcome everyone. My name is Mary Alice Berg. I'm one of the Associate Directors of Admission in Loyola's Undergraduate Admissions Office. And today we're just going to talk really briefly about some of the things that I think personally make Loyola a great place to go to school. So this first slide just gives a little bit of Loyola by the numbers. We are considered a mid-sized institution. So we have about 17,000 total students, including graduate law and medical. And then just just over 12,000 of them are undergraduate students. Loyola is a big enough school that we offer 80 different majors. We have 250 clubs and organizations. We have Greek life, Division I sports, but it's small enough that when you're walking from class to class, you're going to run into your roommate every now and then. You're going to see your friend from freshman year. So it has that kind of like small, tight-knit environment, even though there are a lot of people on our campus and a lot of possibilities of things to do here. You can see most of the people on the call today are from the fine state of Illinois, like myself, but we do pull students from over 50 states and then over 120 foreign countries. So it's amazing to think that people from so many different backgrounds and places all want to make Loyola home. But when you check out our beautiful campus, you will see why. That is a real picture of Loyola on the slide right there. I am having trouble advancing. There we go. Loyola does have two campuses in the city of Chicago. So we have our Lakeshore campus, which is on the far north side of the city in a neighborhood called Rogers Park. And that is a very traditional feeling college campus. When you're walking from, your biology lab over to grab lunch with your friends, you're not dodging buses, you're not crossing streets. You have this really nice contained area that feels very traditional while still being in the city of Chicago. So those 4 shots that are on the screen just kind of show some like different spaces and places on campus. We also are a very heavily residential campus. So we guarantee housing for freshman and sophomore students. And then junior and senior year, most of our students move off campus into independently owned houses and apartments. But if you want to keep living with Loyola, you will have the possibility to do that as a junior and senior as well. Our second campus that we have is right off of Michigan Avenue by the Water Tower, and we call this one the Water Tower campus appropriately. This is where students will take classes in areas like business, education, communications, and social work. The reason why we place these like major upper division major specific classes for these programs downtown is that we want you to be in close proximity to internships and job shadowing opportunities and networking opportunities. And it's great to go to school in those programs in like the middle of the hustle and bustle of Chicago. Whereas the Northside campus has a little bit more calm of a vibe. This is very urban feeling, I think in the best way possible, because I'm a city person, I love Chicago, and so do our students. We have 80 different majors that students can choose from when they join our campus. We do offer direct entry into all of our schools and programs and majors. So what that means is if you know that you want to come to Loyola to study nursing, or you're positive that you want to come here to become a film major, you can indicate that right on your application when you apply, and you will start in that program right away day one of your freshman year, which is awesome. That being said, almost like 35% of our incoming freshmen will come in undecided. So if you're sitting in the audience today and you're like, Mary Alice, I have no idea what I want to study. I don't know where I want to go to college. This is just too much. Loyola is a great place for undecided students because we do have a lot of different major options available. You can see on the screen, I list out the different schools and colleges on there so you can get a sense of some of the options, but underneath any of those headings would be a number of specific majors that fall into that school or college. And then one of the statistics about Loyola that I am personally most proud of is that ranking. We are in the top 50 in the United States of all the colleges and universities out there for undergraduate teaching. And most of you on this call today, that is what you're going to do at Loyola, is get that undergraduate degree. So I hope it is helpful and affirming and exciting to know that you're going to be learning from experts in the field who are not just these brilliant minds, but they're also brilliant teachers, which is really important in what you're looking for when you go to seek out a college. And then being in the city of Chicago really provides our students with a lot of hands-on learning opportunities. The city is really fun. Like, you're going to go to concerts and you're going to go see improv shows and explore the different neighborhoods and just enjoy everything that Chicago has to offer. But you're also going to get a lot of bullet points on your resume from having internships and doing research and doing service in the city. And so picking a school that's located in a big urban environment like Chicago, it just gives you so many opportunities opportunities to kind of try a lot of professional options on for size in college. At Loyola, you don't have to save an internship for the summer. You can do it during the semester. Most of our students have multiple internships or other experiential learning opportunities before they graduate. And we do require every Loyola student to either do an internship, research, service learning, a public performance if they're like a fine arts major, or field work, which is like what our nursing students do in education majors and things like that. So everyone has that opportunity to do that hands-on experience piece. And then the last slide is, I hope that this is just the beginning of your conversation with Loyola. Obviously, 6 minutes is not a ton of time to cover everything, but there are a lot of ways to connect with us. We have virtual sessions most days of the week where you can listen to 45 minutes of someone as enthusiastic as me talking about Loyola. We also will likely welcome rising students to campus this summer, so you can have an on-campus visit experience and check out our beautiful campus that I just showed you some pictures of. Thanks for joining me today, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Thank you very much. And I will invite all of our representatives to come back on camera and turn on their microphones. We have about 4.5 minutes, so we'll do a quick little Q&A, have you answer in the same order that you presented. And I get to play talk show host here, which is always fun for me. So I've shared the question on the screen and I'll ask it out loud. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? What one piece of advice, that one thing? And we'll start with Blackburn College.
Sure. My piece of advice would be to pay attention to what is important for you and what you are looking in at a college. What is it that you want from your experience? And to then create a list of pros and cons where you can weigh out and actually analyze the different schools that you are looking at. Having something visual always helped me whenever I was doing my college search.
Universal Technical Institute.
Yeah, I think it's important to look at financial aid. However, that should never be the most important thing. You should always go see the school that you're interested in. You should walk down the halls, talk to people that are attending there, talk to the admissions reps. Don't just make this one person 20 minutes and you're done. There's a lot more to it. And we all have different resources where we have virtual tours, live tours, other events happening. So get engaged with your college now and throughout your senior year if you're an underclassman, and you'll never regret it.
University of Missouri, St. Louis.
I would say to piggyback off Blackburn, really get organized in the things that you're really interested in. And one thing that I always ask my students is, what is most important for you on deciding on one college over another? So really getting those questions and things that you're really interested in from your admissions advisor and things like that. Do your own research and just really get organized of all the schools you're interested in.
Western Illinois University.
I'm going to continue to echo what a lot of people have already said. Visit campus if you can, talk to an admissions counselor. You have a lot of resources to help make this process a little bit easier for you. So definitely take advantage of those. See the things that you're going to want to see. And yeah, take the time to just get to know the schools.
Quincy University.
All right, so I would say, as somebody who has changed their major twice when I was in school, I would say my biggest piece of advice is not to sweat it. When going into your first couple of years. You're going to be taking general education courses. Your advisors, your counselors are going to keep you on track. So just kind of focus on what type of school you want to go to, what types of programs you might be interested in, but don't think you have to have the rest of your life figured out by the time you step onto campus.
Loyola University, Chicago.
Sure. My piece of advice is that once you decide on a school to like go all in, I think it can be really easy to like stay in the what ifs of like, but what if I went to my first choice school, or what if I went to that school that was more expensive? But whenever you make that decision, whenever it is, at whatever time, just devote everything, unsubscribe from all those other college emails and like go all in, because you can't go in like 15% of the way there and expect to have a great experience. You have to give as much to the college as they're giving to you.
I want to thank all of you for that great advice. I also want to thank all of you for sharing the information about each of your schools and the quick appetizer for everyone that was able to attend the 6x6 session. And I want to thank all the attendees for joining us. When you close this window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you could provide. Also, this is just one of many different sessions being hosted. Be sure to sign up for more at the same place that you signed up for this one. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/Illinois. Once again, thank you to all of our representatives for sharing great information tonight. Thank you all for joining us. Have a great rest of your Tuesday.